Just noticed I'm actually live. So excuse me for being late, but I've had a few things. I did have a little sleep in and trying to organise on the borrowed dongle. I've been lucky enough to have that left here for me to use for the last few days that I'm here at Meningie this week. So it's wonderful to see you all again, and we're here for the daily reading, of course. So I'm going to jump straight into that and carefully this time change the camera around to the back. So I'm hoping I do that right without cutting myself off this time. So there you go, you've got my beautiful view out there. And of course I hit the wrong button again. I dropped out again. At least I knew, well, roughly where I'm supposed to go back to very quickly. So that's a dull day out there. I'll go straight to the cards, and they are a little bit harder to see because of the lighting is not that good. As soon as I turn on the overhead light up there, it actually does give you too much light and glare on the cards, just like they are. So we've got the 5 cards in the energy in the pattern that we've been using for a long time now. And it is the first one there is, I forgot to bring my pointer. The first one there is for the work. Second one here is for the home energy. Up there is the unexpected. Here at 4, we've got the your role, and right in the middle, we've got the expected outcome. So here we go. The first card is the man, and this is the young man because I am using this expanded edition just for some of you that may not have seen this deck before. That is the deck that I'm using. It's the Gilded Reverie Lenormand by Ciro Marchetti, expanded version. So I really love this deck. I've been using it now for the year. Love it. And I read without going to the guidebook. So we've got the young man this time. So it's the one out of the original section of the deck. So in the work energy, it's just, I'm just feeling it's breathing time today. It's putting that care for self. It's almost like a, the masculine side of us, as far as, because I'm a woman, the masculine side actually saying, look, it's okay to love yourself, look after yourself, even when you're working. So it just feels like that rather than anything else. So you take that vision for yourself as what it's meaning for you. Maybe you do have a young man working in with you. See, I'm a solopreneur, and that's why I'm sort of thinking, well, I don't really expect to have anyone young male-ish in here. Well, you never know, because there could be the call from a young man to be, for some work today. But it's not only unexpected, you see. So anyway, what it is, that's what I felt. And here we have in the home space, it's the lilies. I just feel at peace, and that it really is what they are about. And it feels so peaceful because as I'm moving along in what I'm doing, I'm gaining more peace around what choices I'm making, gaining more peace around the big decision I've made, of course, and it's giving me that I don't know, a confirmation, I suppose, that I'm doing the right thing, because it's the reflection in the back is as in that stained glass and the rest, it's just, oh look, it's a beautiful card. So I'm feeling that beauty in what is ahead, but because these are cards around what is my day to day, it's just it's time for a rest day. And that's great, because what we have in the unexpected is the labyrinth card. Now this is one of them that comes from the expanded edition, so it is one of the extras. And as you can see, the labyrinth looks like a maze, but when you actually, and there is people in that to help out whenever needed, it's not that you can't see what is part of the pattern, because in this one, the height of it is where you can see it all, almost. So it gives that feeling of, the unexpected when you're needing to actually backtrack because you've hit one of those dead end type things, in that pathway. You can just yell out for help, or otherwise have a bit of a peek around. Oh, yep, that's where I turned wrong. Or otherwise, it's just giving that bit of guidance. There is always some guidance ready when you need it, and that's the unexpected card. And also the factor that today is my fortnightly day of games with a friend that I have here at Meningie. We spend a day playing games, basically. We haven't got to Scrabble yet. That might be an option for something different. Here we have in the fourth position, which is your role, it is the Bridges card, another one of those that is part of the expanded edition. And as you can see, there is the two bridges. So does it give a choice or not? It probably just gives the two as to whether you're going to be sooner or later in crossing that bridge, in making that decision, in doing that move. That's what I'm feeling with that. So my role is to be aware and make the choice at the right time. Is it something that I can afford to leave till later or not? That's I do like the clarity that's in the one the nearest. So potentially it probably feels that it'll be the nearest one that's going to occur for me. Okay, so you feel into that, what you're sensing in your guidance. And here we have the bear. So as the outcome. So I'm feeling, yes, a little bit more work there. It's just that paddling. Look, I actually feel, because bear is in its natural environment there, and it's got those beautiful crystals of ice behind it. And yes, it's in the water, because the bear is as natural on land and as it is in water, and in water as it is on land. So it's got the full realm of possibilities for how it moves and works and plays. So I'm feeling it just feels like it's a lovely cold dip in the ocean, and you just get that really refreshing feeling as you move out and dry yourself off and then move into the day. That's what I'm feeling around this card for today. So I'll leave you with that as our spread. And I'll try and go down to the cards. I'll try and go down to the back camera again without flipping myself off again. And let's see if I succeed. For some reason, when I do that, it's popping out. So I'll have to learn, because I'm actually on the little on a mobile phone, so it's really hard to see the screen. Even with my glasses, I'd have to actually, I don't know there's focus. That means almost that I'm about to need to get my eyesight redone, I think, because as I'm looking up closer, which is where I need the camera almost. Hey, hi Lily, how are you? It's a good morning. It is a good morning. And I'm just about finished with the live stream. I was able to borrow a dongle with plenty of data on it to be able to do some live streams for the last few days that I'm here at Meningie. Then I'm back at my Mac and unlimited data and wonderful speed. Anyway, that's that for this morning. We've completed that reading. Look, take into yourself what is your own guidance around the cards, what they've said to you as you've looked at them. You just sort of soften your gaze and you see what part of the card is actually your focus, and then let the intuitive gut feeling come to you for what it means. Because the best interpreter really of anything that's psychic, even from your own mediumship, because you may not know whether you are receiving messages from those on the other side, but you could be. Just be open to it. And if you need to, certainly do ask questions. Openly, sorry, I had to scratch my nose. Messenger, of course. I do endeavour to respond promptly, but I'm not always by the camera, by the phone to check it. all of that stuff. But in reasonable time, I'll respond, and certainly open for bookings. I have some spaces. So that's the hypnosisplus.com.au is that, and even on the Facebook page here, on the Ros Boundy one, or even on the Hypnosis Plus with Ros page, there are the booking buttons. So do consider that if you need to have more in-depth personal readings. So thank you for watching. Even in the replay, thank you so much. Share it around with others that you know will be interested in this type of guidance. And keep an eye out soon for those little messages that I'll be sending when I get the course and everything up and running, because I will be doing something different. And that will be coming soon when I'm actually fully back at Port Elliot, so that I can get things organised there in a stable way. Ah, that's lovely. Oh, that is wonderful. So you've had 5 days. Oh, that's fantastic. Because what I had was a prize that I won for a 30-minute session of NLP. And I haven't had a coffee since 12 o'clock on Monday morning. So I reckon that's pretty good too. High five for that. Wonderful, Lily. Great news. I think that's wonderful. Yeah. Thank you. Love back to. I love doing these shows, and as long as I feel that they're needed, I'll be continuing them. Sometimes they're a little bit late, like they were this morning, but hey, when you're fully mobile, it's very interesting doing everything on a mobile phone and an iPad. I'm learning. So I'll see you tomorrow morning around the same time. Until then, blessings, be the best person you can be, and namaste.